Thank you, Chairman, sir. As I stand here in this citadel of democracy and justice today, in an appeal to the collective consciousness of our nation to respect womanhood. Women, when they are in utero, to stop feticide. Women who are less than 1 year of age, to stop infanticide. Women, when they are in their youth, to prevent maternal mortality, to prevent rape on them, to prevent domestic violence on them, to prevent harassment, sexual harassment on them in their workplaces, harassment on the road, harassment everywhere. And I appeal to the collective consciences of this nation also, sir, to respect women in every aspect of their life. Had Agatha Christie been around, she would have written a book, Mystery of the Missing Girls. It is really shocking. Sometimes, in dismay and disbelief, I pinch myself. Do I breathe the same air as men do, and do I tread the glades as men do in this country? Because I'm still alive. Women are not allowed to be born in this country. The United Nations has sounded an alarm. They have declared emergency on India. The Assistant Secretary General of the United Nations has said that the sharply declining child sex ratio in India has reached an emergency proportion and urgent action has to be taken. The deteriorating ratio from 976 girls to 1,000 boys in 1961 stands today at 918 only in the country, and Delhi is no better. It is only in the 800s. In Punjab, it is today 846 per 1,000 men, and also 834 in Haryana. It is really shocking that a little child, a little girl sleeping peacefully in her mother's womb, is murdered by doctors. These erring doctors should be sent to the jail, and if found guilty, they really should be hanged. I agree completely with my sister here who was speaking about it. The sex ratio and the gender-biased sex selection is really reached such an extent. The falling numbers can be attributed to many reasons, which include dowry, as already has been discussed. And it is tragically ironic that the one who creates life, that is a mother, is not allowed to be born or not allowed to live, because even after being born, out of the 12 million girl children born every year in the country, 1 million don't reach their first birthdays. They are killed even before they reach 1 year of their age. Our state government has taken positive steps toward it. Our Honorable Chief Minister, Srimati Mamata Banerjee, she has respected the reservation for women in the highest body of Lok Sabha by fielding nearly 30% candidates, and here we are, nearly 30% of our elected Lok Sabha members are women. I'm proud of her. I'm proud of my party. She's also started the Kanyasri scheme, by which she's helping the girl children to study. And the Kanyasri 2 scheme says that at the age of 18, if she remains unmarried and studying, she is getting 25,000. It not only addresses the issue of education, it not only addresses the issue of empowerment, because at the age of 18, if she is unmarried, that clause, she remains to become a healthy mother and a healthy child is born, and that addresses the issue of the Millennium Development Goal 5, where she is not killed during childbirth. She's also, the Honorable Chief Minister, started girls' hostel in the state. She's recruited women police. She's started courts to treat women's issues. So I would again request that we have enough laws. Today's motion was the need to have stringent legislation to check increasing atrocities against women and children in the country. But we have laws. We have against domestic violence. We have against sexual harassment. We have the Vishaka judgment and the guidelines. It is not stopping from the happenings that are taking place here. You see, I would like to, through this deep concern, request this august House that we have to sensitize our citizens, men and women equally. Women are equally to blame. They should have enough courage to stand on their feet and fight the world, and then live and let live. And I would request that though there are stringent laws, implementation has to be stricter, strict vigilance has to be kept, rape rehabilitation has to be given a very strict thought, And awareness created, I'm sorry to say this government has only had 100 crores in the budget for awareness. It is not enough. The citizens have to be made aware that women should be respected. They are half our total population. Though they are doing 85% of the work in the country, they hold only 15% of the assets in the country. We are three sisters, Mr. Chairman, sir. And when somebody would ask my father, aren't you sad that you have only 3 daughters? He would say, they are my sun, they are my moon, they are my words, they are my tune, they are my future, they are my assets. I know of another honorable lady member of the House who is a single child and whose father feels the same way. We need more fathers this way. Fathers who will come and be proud of their girl child, bring them up properly, give them education so that they are empowered. Our scriptures do not contradict this vision. Otherwise, we wouldn't have seen a Draupadi in such an empowered position. Our country has had many women who have led the nation to war. So I would request, through your honor, that even this is the time, our age, though it is the best of times because we have the legislations and we are allotting 2 hours time in the Lok Sabha for discussion, it is also the worst of times because we have the Nirbhaya cases. It is though a era of regression because we have the Khap Panchayats, because we have honor killing. A girl cannot love as her own, and she is killed, the decision taken by elders. So this has to be done away with. Honorable Minister is here. I would request the honor killings must stop. And this is an age of resilience because we have women here who are speaking against this social evil. So I would request an awareness be created in the homes because we know more than 97% of the cases are in the house. It is either the fathers, very sadly, it is the uncle, it is the cousin, it is the brother, it is somebody in the house who is raping the girl. And when the girl is really ashamed to talk about it in public, this gentleman gets so much of encouragement, he goes out and does it to other people. So the domestic violence and what is happening inside the house should be looked at. It is not possible to have surveillance cameras in the crores of houses that we have. It is the mindset. So I would request that proper implementation of the legislation be done, and also everywhere advertisements should be put. Doordarshan reaches far and wide. The radio reaches far and wide. Talks should be given on this so that people can hear and they can start respecting women as they should be.